Whoops, now you can hear me, right? Hey, everybody, it's Wednesday night. Good to see you all. I'm over here on this screen making sure everything's working. I'd love it if the guys would all join me. How are you? Oh, there's everybody. There's everybody coming in. Hey, everybody, how you doing tonight? Happy Wednesday webinar with Avon. It's social selling. I'm Scott Kramer. My friend Rodney is right here coming on board right now as we speak. Hey, Rodney, how are you?
Hi, Scott. Doing great. How are you?
Cool. Nice to see you. How about Dan? Dan the man. Hey, Dan, how are you? You going in?
Hello.
Oh, hey, how are you?
Great. How are you?
And where's Kristen? Is she with us tonight?
She should be jumping on shortly.
Okay, cool. So hello, everybody. Hello, Myra from Queens. Hello, Maria. Hello, Cheryl. Hello, Kristen. Come on in. Yeah, we all had to download again, didn't we? Because we had an update to this whole platform. So, but we weren't late. We're on time. It's only 7:01. Hey, Gina Marie from New York. I'm going to be in New York next week with Kristen. We're actually going to be seeing our friends over at Avon in their new offices. We're excited about that. Hello, Texas. Hi, Autumn. Everybody's still pouring in. Hey, we're going to give it just a couple minutes to let people get in, okay? Because everybody had to re-register. So, Kristen or Dan, can you guys check to see if we could put a link or Rodney put a link in the group? Because a lot of people still didn't know if they had to re-register or not. They didn't get the email, blah, 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 all that stuff. So if you could do that, that'd be great. You guys can hear me okay?
Yep. Loud and clear.
All right, I'm not too loud. Hey, Cincinnati. Hey, Long Island. Diane. So great to see all of you. Here we are in week number 8, our final week of the Social Selling Simplified webinar series. Boom, boom, boom. This is it. Week 8. It's the final one. I hope you guys are ready for some fun. We got a lot to talk about tonight. We're going to talk about recruiting. All right. We're going to talk about a lot of things, and we're going to share some good news with you. So don't worry, I'm just teasing you. Let's do a poll. You know what? Since this is week 8, this is our final week. Can we ask you guys, and you can please be honest, but Rodney, what is it on a scale from 1 to 5, like a good 5-star restaurant? How would you rate this training? Go ahead, Rodney. You can read it off.
On a scale from 1 to 5, with 5 being the best, what would you rate the series in terms of how much you've enjoyed it and learned from it?
So what would you rate as 5 being like a really great restaurant, 1 being horrible? And in the poll that we just put up, did you put it up? Because these guys are all commenting.
Yep, it's up right now. People are voting.
All right, so there's the poll. Would you rate this from 1 to 5? With 5 being the best, what would you rate this series in terms of how much you've enjoyed it and how much you've learned? Okay. Well, I'm so glad to report that 0% say 1. Phew. It was going to be pretty sad. So anyway, this is fantastic. So please give us what you think. There's always room for improvement. We'd love to hear from you. And we'll talk to you more about that in a little bit. All right. Let's go ahead and close it off. Rodney, you want to give the results?
Yep. 75% said 5, 4% said, or 21% said 4, and 5% said 3. But overwhelmingly 5.
Thank you. We've enjoyed it. I rate all of you a 5. Except for one person last week that was snarky, right? In comments, we give her a 1. She's booted, right? I heard there was a snarky woman in the group last week that was saying mean things, and we had to kick her out. That's unacceptable. There's Renee. Hi, Renee. It's so nice to see all of you guys. We've had such a great time with you, and we'll talk about where we're going from here in just a little bit. So let me just ask you guys while we get started here. I'm going to pull this up. Dan, Kristen, Rodney, what has been your favorite part about the last 8 weeks, and what have you felt like working with all of these wonderful people have have done for you? What share a little quick personal feeling. By the way, I'm not drinking vodka. This is sparkling water.
I wasn't crying either. I have cat allergies, but what I got from the group in the last 8 weeks is all the engagement and the openness to learn. Like everyone was so involved and ready to learn and just taking anything we gave them and really reciprocating it. So I really enjoyed that and being able to have conversations with them and trying to help them. Yeah.
That's very cool. How about you, Kristen?
Hey guys. I just loved seeing how supportive everybody was of each other, and it's hard to get to everybody's question, but I love seeing you guys helping each other out. And if you can answer someone's question, you guys go above and beyond to help each other. And I love seeing that community. And it says a lot about the Avon, everyone in Avon. Like, you guys are great people. So it's been fun to work with you. Yeah,
it's been really cool. That's a good one too. How about you, Rodney?
I love the interactions people have when they share good news, excitement, and all the growth that they showed. It's just an amazing thing to see what we do and preach to actually work and have people report it. I thought that was amazing.
Yeah, I have one more actually. Another thing is,
baby.
Yeah, what I also notice is the willingness to help. If someone has a question, sometimes we're being beaten by other consultants coming in and helping them out instead of us. So that's awesome.
Debbie Staples is pushing out the idea that she would love to, and they're also asking where Helix is. Rodney, where's your dog? Oh, there he is. He's on this side of the couch. Debbie Staples, she was quoting that it would be great to have a workbook of all of this. Well, we are actually going to do that, aren't we? We're going to combine all of the worksheets into one PDF, into one document. But there are worksheets for everything, and you do have them individually. Thank you, Karen Lee. I think you're awesome as well. And no, this is not vodka, I promise you. And everybody wants to go in and have the wine because I posted the wine cellar. So we should maybe do one there next time. I'll show you where that one is. Okay, so I agree. I think that the neatest thing that I've seen happen is, we go into this group every day, and it's a pretty active group. Ronnie, what's the total number of comments, likes, engagement in our group? It's got to be tens of thousands. Any idea?
I know it's growing every week. I don't know the exact number right now, but I know it's huge.
Yeah, something outrageous, the amount of activity. We've gotten great feedback from Avon, from corporate, from leadership, from Betty and Evie, and you guys have been so wonderful to us. So we thank you so much for everything. Let's get to learning. You want to do it? I know it's okay. I don't drink vodka though. I drink wine and I drink water. So I'll drink wine with you guys. And I hope you're drinking wine too. We're supposed to have fun with this. Okay, I'm going to take, so these three are going to go and answer questions and be part of the chat and help out there, right, guys and gals? So we're going to go there and they'll answer questions for you over there. Hey, if you would, I'm going to try to leave some time for our big announcement towards the end here. I'm going to move kind of quickly. And if you guys find any really good questions, or we can bring someone on live to ask a question, if we can do anything like that, let's do it. Let's save 15 minutes to do that, okay? So you guys, Dan, Krista, and Rodney, you guys find a couple good questions for me to go and answer towards the end here tonight, all right? All right, I'm going to share my screen now. And let's see, I'm going to share. This one. Here we go. And I'm going to play from start. Got it?
Yep. Your screen is sharing and we can see you too.
I know, but it's not showing the right screen. Here, let me do it again. There we go. Okay, let's go back up. All right, so hello. Oh, you see my picture down there, and I got to behave myself and look good. All right, so over the past 8 weeks, we have gone through what we call the Social Selling Simplified 8-week webinar series. And what we're going to do is we're going to go through the takeaways, And then we're going to talk about how to use this to actually recruit new people. But first, I want to recap everything we've been talking about for 8 weeks. I want to drive home some more points. And the takeaway tonight is going to be this document with all the takeaways from all 8 weeks, just like you asked, you receive, as well as a quiz. So you guys can test yourself about everything you've learned. All right, so that's coming after the webinar. Let's just go through with the takeaways, okay? First of all, you learned at the very beginning, there are 3 major portions to Facebook. There's your personal profile, there's your business page, and there's groups, right? Personal profile, pages, groups. Personal profile, pages, groups. Remember the song we did in webinar 1? It was something like that, something corny. Your personal profile is your personal timeline. It's the diary of your life. It's your grandmother's scrapbook. It's a modern day version of that. The personal profile is for you. It's for you and it's about you. You just so happen to allow people to see it by becoming their friends. You accept friend requests. People don't automatically just get to go connect with you on your personal profile. But to be very clear, your personal profile is all about you and what you're doing, your vacation, your family, your friends. It's personal, all right? Your business page is your social storefront. It's where you do your business, all right? Think of it just like a brick and mortar store. That's your Avon business, your beauty business, your makeup business, your health and beauty business, whatever it is, that's your business page. You promote your business page over on your profile, just like you would promote your job, right? I promote Multibrain. I work for this company. I'm a speaker. I work for Scott Kramer and I work for Multibrain. I also have a business called Jack Retro, which some of you guys know. And those are my businesses that I promote over on my personal profile because that's part of my personal life. Okay, you got that? Now the group is a community. You are an equal member of a group. So you put a group with your business for your customers. So you can give them first on free shipping deals, first on products, first on sales. Get them talking about things. What's your favorite lip color? What's your favorite shade? What's your favorite Skin So Soft product? In groups is where you want to have conversations. All right. That is what groups are for. Groups are exactly what they say. They're for groups. They're for conversations. You can have a group with your team. So we recommend the only 2 types of groups you should have are one for your customers and one for your team. All right. So, and groups can be attached to business pages. Business pages are attached to profiles. So that's the big 3 here: profiles, pages, and groups. Gotcha? Remember this one? Just remember, you can separate everything out, but your business is personal. Remember that your business is personal. You guys all work with Avon. What makes you each different? The personal side of you, right? So your business is personal and your personal is business. So you guys are in an interesting position here because you are representing yourselves because you're entrepreneurs and you're working with Avon. So you've got all this support of Avon behind you, one of the most amazing brands in the world. But what makes it so unique is each and every one of you, especially on social media. So take that responsibly. Your business is personal. Okay. Now let's just go through the 8-week webinars and get to number 8 with I'm just going to give you 1 point on each one. Okay. First one is if you want sales, first you're going to need a strategy. All right. A strategy is what do you want to get out of your social media? Of course you want to get more customers. Of course, you're going to want to get sales. Of course, you're going to want to build your team. But strategically, how are you going to do that? If you still, after these 8 weeks, still believe that you can do a post and say, I'm looking for 3 people who want to change their life and then start a new job. Okay, you're out of your mind. Okay, that's called spamming. It's gross. People don't act like that. We've been working very hard to get you not to behave like that, not to, what do we call it? First one who then is going to win something. First one to type in, what do I call that type of spammy behavior? Shouting. Don't shout. All right. You don't want to shout at people. Hey, I need people to buy this. I need this. I need that. That's not what social media is. Social media is about engaging in conversations. So if you want more sales, you're going to need a strategy. We've been giving you tips. People spend 5 hours a day on their phones and on their devices. So it's an incredible place for you to get new business if you do it right. No shouting. I'm still seeing it out there. I'm still seeing you say, you know, who wants to take advantage of doing this? Who wants to? Stephanie Cudney's asking about poll. Is the poll blocking or something? I just see that over there. Sorry, I get sidetracked when I see these notes. No yelling, no shouting. I've seen so much success over the last 8 weeks of people who have stopped doing that and are doing so much better. Isn't that true? Give me love. Give me a big thumbs up if that's true. By stop shouting, you're going to do a lot better. All right. So in the strategy, you need to decide the message you want to convey. What are you trying to convey to people? Okay. You guys are bosses. You guys run your own business. You're your own brand. So remember to represent yourself in the best possible way. How can I repeat this 1,000,000 more times? You are representing the brand. You are representing yourself. Everything you put out there on social media, you're representing yourself. You're representing your business. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind when you complain. Keep that in mind when you're negative. You're representing your business by combining Avon with what you're doing with your personal page, your business, and your group. Keep that in mind. What are you trying to portray? All right. And then determine the best possible place to share your messages. Whatever you're thinking about, if it's something very personal, I think maybe that goes on your profile and maybe only to friends and family, maybe only to family members. You can narrow in the lists of who sees the posts. Or is it something for your business page, or is it something in the group? We're going to separate out how we communicate in each of the 3. We're going to spend a lot more time with you on this. I'm seeing shouting, and then I see Natasha Leitner go with vomiting. Vomiting is like shouting, right, Natasha? Shouting is like vomiting, yelling. Yeah, you get it. All right, so your strategy. Want to make sure you got your strategy. So we're going to ask you the question, what is the purpose of strategically scheduling out your posts ahead of time? This makes you think about how often you'll be pushing your products versus how to relate additional content to your industry and how to present your business consistently as a whole. Remember, it's as much about your personal journey of what makes you unique and what makes you different as it is about the products that you sell. Okay. In fact, it's an 80-20 rule, which I'm going to get to in a second. Okay. Just remember, you are a brand. You're representing your own business. Number 2, in the second week, we went with the content people actually want to see and how easy it is to post. We talked about sharing content. One of the tips was you can share things over and over again. Just because you post something once, in about 7 minutes, it's going to be so far down into the news feed that nobody's going to remember it. So we call this, I don't know if I've ever told you this before, but there's content out there that it's called evergreen content. All right. Like for an example, maybe a piece of content like a Skin So Soft product shot, right? Because we love Skin So Soft for so many reasons. It's one of the best products there is. So you can repeat that. Just because you posted that on Tuesday doesn't mean you can't repost it again in 2 weeks. So keep that in mind. think of your content if there's evergreen. That's the big takeaway word here. Evergreen content, meaning it's the same all year round. All right. So things like Skin So Soft, I think, is something that's not specific to any one brochure or campaign. You can actually post that multiple times. So remember that certain types of content you can post over again every few weeks, once a month, whatever it is. All right. If there's something that really talks about your brand, your personal brand, this is what I believe in. I believe in a smile a day keeps whatever, whatever, whatever. You can do that once a month. You can do that quite often, really. All right. However you're going to build your brand, you can repeat it. So with content, your tone of voice is very important, not only in face-to-face conversations, but online as well. All right. So when you're going to meet somebody in person at a Starbucks or you're meeting a friend, how is your tone? How is your, how are you behaving? You need to behave like that online as well. There are real people on the other end. People think virtual is not valuable and it's not the same as a handshake and it's not the same as face-to-face. Well, guess what? It is. All right. It's maybe not exact because you're not touching, but whatever you're putting in there and whatever you're discussing with somebody and chatting using Messenger, there's a real person on the other end. So when posting online, you want to be genuine and you want to be authentic. Another one of my favorite words, be authentic, be real. All right. We all know, people are really smart out there. We all know you're doing these quizzes because you want to get people to engage on your page. So don't just do a quiz for that reason. Do one that you can actually have fun with. There's some hilarious ones out there. Do them for real. Be authentic. And always remember to use the 80-20 rule. Gosh, isn't the 80-20 rule like a way of life? 80-20 rule is 80% of your posts should be personal and about your journey, your personal journey. For me, when I post, I'm talking about 80% of my posts are designed to make somebody smile, motivate somebody, because I'm in this business. So I like motivating people. I like 80% of my posts I talk about Dallas a lot because I live in Dallas. So I talk about that. I love real estate. I love sports. I love tennis. So I talk about that quite a bit. I'm from LA. So I talk about LA a lot. Those are my passions. In one of the first worksheets, we ask you to list 5 of your passions. Start sharing that content because we may find out that we have a similar passion before I even find out that you sell Avon. Oh my God, you sell Avon? I thought we were just talking about tennis and we're going to get together next time, at the club and we're going to do something or whatever. So you sell Avon because I've been looking for somebody. That's how this happens, folks. That's how it's happened. You've seen it in the groups. People have been doing the right way, being authentic, talking about their own personal journey, and sales have been coming from it. You're watching it happen. When we ask you for the good news each week, you're seeing that's what's happening. People have stopped shouting and they're getting more sales. It works. Trust me. 20% of your content can certainly be about Avon and sales. Okay. But guess what? You know what? I'm developing a new thing. I'm going to be a keynote speaker at the Direct Selling Association here in a few weeks. I'm doing a general session for everybody. And the first thing I'm going to talk about is I'm going to say social selling. Rule number 1, don't sell. You don't need to sell in social. All right. So this 20% might be, God, look at my skin ever since I started using my skin field looks so young and don't I look great? I just did a selfie of myself. You can sell the benefits of your products that you use and love. Look at this dress that you wore to church. I see that a lot. Beautiful. That's Avon? Who knew? Tell me more. I'm not hard selling you. I'm sharing the benefits of the products that I love. I'm not saying get your orders in by 2 o'clock. I need $50 more in sales before I can do that. Don't be that. All right. Sell through benefits, 20%. Share the products you love. I'm watching you guys do videos. You guys are doing fantastic with videos. I really think you're doing fantastic, and I'm going to get to that in a second. All right, let's keep rolling. Let's keep rolling. Remember, when it comes to content, remember we did a whole section called My Social Persona. I wanted to say this one again, and I want to say it very, very carefully. In planning out your social persona, I'd like you to focus on giving versus asking or taking. All right, because I'm still seeing a lot of, especially on your personal profile, what can you give to people? Can you give them knowledge? Can you give them expertise? Can you give them a smile? Can you make their day feel a little better? Can you give them information about Avon? What can you give to people versus what can you get from people? Think about giving as your persona, especially with your business page. So don't do things about, I need 3 more people to sign up. That's kind of a taker attitude. Be a giver, and believe me, you'll have plenty of sales. So think about, what can you do for people that see your content? You are expressing your brand. What am I going to get from that by following you, by liking your page, and by engaging with you? Am I going to get grief, negativity? I hope not, because then I'm not going to want to follow you. I'm going to want something positive, right? So I wanted to add this one back in, my social persona. Be a giver. Think about that, okay? All right, in number 3, we talked about growing your community, growing your sales with Facebook groups. Everybody loves Facebook groups. The best part about Facebook groups is, for the most part, anybody that is a part of your group will get your notifications. All right, versus the algorithm, if you will. I know that's a big, horrible word. A lot of people don't see your posts on your page because there are so many pages out there. In a group, everyone sees the posts unless they decide not to. You have 3 different ways to do a group. You can make it a public group. You can make it a closed group. So a public group, anybody can join. A closed group is you have to request or be invited to join. Like our group is closed, but I can still find it. I can still find your group and I can ask to join it. A secret group is you can't even find it. It's totally a secret. So you decide what you want. There's benefits to all 3 of them. We're moving away from this broadcasting model of shouting, right? We're in participation. Everything is a many-to-many model. We're in conversations, okay? So that's what a Facebook group allows you to do. You're creating community based on your passions. So somebody posted the other day, my group is a very basic name. How do I change that? Because it's not different from anyone else. So I would assume it's Avon, which how many groups are Avon, right? You want your group to feel unique as you are, okay? And the people in it. What makes your guys' group unique? Like your teams for the walk that you guys just did this weekend. Each of you kind of had your unique fun with that as well, which was amazing, by the way. So think about what makes your group unique around your passion. Okay, it could be around knitting. It could be around whatever it is. Give yourself something unique there, okay? So that's groups. In number 4, in week 4, we talked about the good, the bad, the ugly, and why you need to engage with every type of fan. We talked about setting up your instant replies. I see you guys have done that. Check your work, guys, gals. Make sure you spell things right. I've seen a lot of misspellings. And make sure your auto responses are right, because some of you are using the names, but I've seen things like where it says, I'm not here to answer, but I'll get right back to you, Scott, thank you, Scott. Like 3 times, whatever, because you can automate some things like that. So when you're setting up your instant replies, like we taught you how to do in number 4, please make sure that it is set up right. All right. And it says the right thing. So customer service is when it comes to engaging with people on social media, you want to be proactive. You want to get back to people immediately. Set up notifications so that when somebody comments on your business page, you get this right. You get this right on your phone so you can respond to people right away. Okay. I saw somebody this week who said, oh my God, I got a sale. They came in, they left something in my inbox. I lost it. I can't find it. What do I do? They were freaked out. We got it settled. So just so you understand, get back to people quickly. Make sure you set up notifications properly so that when somebody does ask you something about your business, you're there to answer it. Okay. And just always respond to any interaction. So if somebody comments and says, wow, I really love this. Thanks for sharing this motivation. Say thank you. Keep the discussion going. Don't go in for the kill. You know, wow, what a great motivational quote. Thank you for sharing. You're welcome. You want to join my team? Don't be that person, right? Go slow. This is social. This is just about conversations. All the sales will come to you. Trust me. Don't worry about it. You do not have to push hard. Number 5 was doubling your impressions by integrating Instagram with Facebook. So many of you have had a great time with Instagram. So many of you have had hassles with Instagram, connecting your Facebook business page and whether you have an Instagram personal account or an Instagram business account. I know it's been a little tough. We have a video, thanks to Dan. He put a video out there about how to do it. So if you're having problems doing Instagram for business and connecting with your Facebook business page, there's a video in the video section, okay? Connecting your Instagram and Facebook business accounts is a great way to reach more people. With a few key pointers, you can really grow your audience. Make sure you put your e-store link in your bio, and this is where you really want to use hashtags. What are hashtags? I'm going to show you when I go live here in a second, okay? Remind me, Rodney, Dan, Kristen, remind me to show hashtags because I had a lot of questions about that. All right. So Instagram has been great for a lot of you. People love Instagram. I love Instagram. And I can post from Instagram to Facebook, share it back and forth. It works really well together. And then in number 6, we said it's time to get comfy, cozy being on video. And you guys are certainly doing it. Here's my big takeaway with video. If you're doing a Facebook Live and you're doing a video and there's only one person watching or nobody watching, don't just sit there. Is anybody here? Well, I have this thing I can do. I can put some makeup on. Because guess what? You're going to get dozens of people watching the replay. So no matter what you do, if you do a video, if you do an online video, if you do a Facebook Live, you immediately assume there are 100 people watching you. Okay, because that's how many people are going to watch the replays. The numbers go great. People do watch replays. All right, and they even auto play when people go through your news feed. So no matter what, always perform in a video as if you've got 100 fans watching you. All right, even if it's one. You can interact with people you want, but the replays, I've seen it. You guys have all seen it. Go do a Facebook Live and you'll see what happens. You get plenty of views. Video content is huge and you should be incorporating it somehow. If you don't want to do Facebook Lives with you, you can also share videos and stories that aren't your face and that aren't you talking, but they're just about you and your life and your passions. So if you're at a wonderful street festival, share what's going on in the festival. If you're in New York City because you're attending an Avon walk, share that on video. Go live. Okay, videos don't always mean your face has to be there and you're talking and selling. Video can be what you're experiencing right now. All right, more on that in a second. And then number 7, you're leaving money on the table if you're not using advertising on social media. This is what we did last week, right? And what we talked about last week is boosting posts and promoting your page. We did Facebook advertising. The big thing I want to tell you again here is you do not have to spend money on Facebook advertising to be successful with your business. You do not have to do this. If you want to find new people to talk to, you can target within a 1 mile radius of where you live up to a 50-mile radius and find new people that might be interested. But as so many of you have already experienced, or a good handful of you, when you're spammy and you dare to say something like, I'm looking to hire 3 people, because you're not hiring anybody. And guess what? Facebook knows you're not hiring anybody. You're going to get your ad account shut down and you're going to be put in Facebook jail. So be very careful about, what if one of your passions is wine? Give me your page and I'm going to link to you right now, because my passion is wine. We have Wine Connected. Gosh, maybe we should do a party and we could share wine and you could share some of your Avon. That would be really cool. I can get a bunch of my girlfriends over here. That was to somebody who just said, what if one of your passions is wine? It's awesome. A lot of people have that passion. So on the advertising front, be very careful. All right. And you absolutely do not have to pay for advertising, but it's a great way to expand and find new people to talk to. We recommend running advertising very, very local. Like literally, if you're in an urban area, within a couple miles of where you live. If you're in a more rural area, you got to expand your reach, obviously. All right. But we believe that it's about coming up with finding new people to talk to, using advertising very carefully. And I'm going to talk about more of that as well. So that brings us to where we are today with number 8. Take everything you've learned and use it to majorly build your team. This is one of the areas where you have to be so careful, because you will be put in Facebook jail very quickly. Unfortunately, I have to report to you that Facebook does not like MLM, direct selling. They don't like these types of companies where people are trying to get people to buy things to get them to work to make their numbers. I mean, all of that side of this business. I saw a question mark here. I'll go over here a little bit and get off of this topic for a second. Evergreen means it's content that is good any time of the year. So again, it's Taco Tuesday is good every Tuesday throughout the year. It's an evergreen piece of content. It's not Halloween, which is only good one time of year, right? It's Taco Tuesdays. You can do that in January. You can do that in May. You can do it in December. That's more evergreen. So when I say evergreen content, that's content you could repeat. You could repeat a Happy Taco Tuesday every Tuesday throughout the whole year. That's what I mean. That's what evergreen content is. Okay, back to taking everything you've learned to use it to build your team. Folks, the best way to build your team is to not talk the talk, but walk the walk. That's the best way I can say this. The best way for you to grow your team is to show how wonderful your life is by doing what you do. So this is things like, look where my office is, or I'm taking an extra week off to be with my kids and my family because I can. Why? Because I'm my own boss. I am going shopping. Why? Because I just got a big old bonus check. How'd you do that? Because I'm my own boss. All right. Talk about boss life. Talk about using hashtags now. There's where you want to do it. So instead of saying, do you want to sell Avon, and being obnoxious and direct, why don't you just share the benefits of what you do with Avon, right? What is the benefit? Why are you guys selling Avon? I have freedom. I have freedom to work my own hours, work when I want. I get to work with some of the most amazing products on the planet. I get to work with amazing people And oh my God, we get to go to convention once a year. We just did this charity event. You know, the company I work with cares. I love my company. I love what I do. I'm my own boss. That's what you want to sell. That's how you're going to get people to join your team without saying, join my team. All right. So you want to know who your prospect is. You're not throwing stuff out to the wind saying, I need 3 people who want to be hired and take work part-time or full-time. Ask me how. That's not going to work in social media, folks. All right. Do you guys understand what I'm saying there? Going directly in for the kill and just saying, hey, you want to work for Avon? Ask me how. I'm looking for team members now. You can do it. Yeah, that doesn't work. All right. What works is showing the benefits of what you do. So I really wanted to drive that home. Okay. Showing the benefits of what you do is the best way to recruit new team members. All right. Recruiting new team members is really a one-on-one conversation, isn't it? You know, ask me how. I'd like to have a conversation with you. Okay. It's not an ad. It's not something you're going to spam. It's not something you're going to just post about. It's something you really want to get together with somebody and talk one-on-one with. All right. So that's my big rant there. This is week 8. I would love it if you guys would take the extra step and go over to @socialchairman. That's my Scott Kramer page. Leave a review if you'd be so kind. And now I'd like to introduce you to where we're going next. You guys asked for it. We have just committed to Avon, and we are going to stick around with you for the entire year. So this is no longer a webinar series, folks. This is now the Social Selling Show. All right. We are going to be with you for the long haul. I hope you like that. You're stuck with us. We're going to be with you now throughout all of 2018. We have so much news coming your way. You're going to love it. And we are going to stick with you, and we are going to continue on with the Social Selling Show for the entire year. What's going to happen is this is going to be a monthly show like this. It's going to be the second Wednesday of every month. All right. And in the meantime, we're also going to do Facebook Lives in the group. We're going to do more tip videos. When you have questions, did you guys see Dan post anything you want, you get? If you guys say you want to have something, oh my God, yes. I'm talking 2017 and 2018. We're with you throughout all of next year. Okay. This is not going anywhere. Facebook changes things. Twitter changes things. Pinterest, Instagram. We're going to stay with you and show you everything and hold your hand and help you all the way to your success. All right. Can I get a woot woot up in here? So that's what we're doing. It's now called the Social Selling Show. We're going to have so much fun with the show. We're going to do a lot of cool things. Rodney's going to have his own segment. Dan's going to have his own. Kristen's going to have her own. I'm going to be here talking too much like I usually do. And we're going to continue managing the group. We're going to work closely with you. We're going to do Ask a Brain, anything you want, certain weeks where you can just come on and ask us live in the group. We're going to create more videos. We're going to do these shows once a month and change the theme every month so that it's exactly what it is that you want to learn. So I hope you're excited about that. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Did that work? Oh, it did work. So you guys can see me?
Yes, sir. I can see you.
Oh, that was so cool. That was new here too. So you guys excited about that? We're going to stay with you. And you know what? It's because of you guys being so awesome to us and letting corporate and letting everybody know and leadership know that how much you've enjoyed this and we've enjoyed you. Are you guys fired up? Dan, Kristen, Rodney, we're sticking with them.
Super pumped.
Yeah. Cannot wait.
Super pumped. All right. So we're sticking with you. We're going to hear, now the groups become really important. But here's some rules, since you can see my face and I can say this. Everything stays in the group, okay? I appreciate you guys being very helpful. Everybody is so helpful. The group is still going to be the social selling group. And tell everybody on your team, let's get everybody in there working, because the better everyone does, the better Avon does, the better we all do. So let's get everybody in that group. The group is going to be solely focused on social media. So if we see you in there commenting and saying, oh my gosh, I don't know how to change my e-store address in my email, delete. If we say, hey, how do I get that shipping deal over on my this in my back office, blah, 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 delete. So don't get upset when we delete you if it's not social media related. Number 2, the other rule, we do not self-promote. You do not want to promote your business to a bunch of other Avon representatives. Trust me, you're not going to get sales because they're all doing the same thing. We're going to focus on getting you new customers. So we're going to keep the group just to social media. Cool? And then you know what else we're going to do? We're going to spend every month with you literally doing what I call the training portion, which is share my screen, share my entire screen, and going around and clicking. You want to click and show you exactly some things to do? Let's do 1 or 2 right now. I said I was going to talk about hashtags, right? So again, I want to show you hashtags. There's Stacy. I'm on my page. Can you guys see my page okay?
Yes.
I'm going to zoom in there. Is that better? Big like that? All right. Perfecto. All right. Hashtags, guys. Hashtags are hashtag boss life. When I hit hashtag boss life, anybody who puts that in a post, I can see posts from my friends. There's my friend Pam Heller. I never could have dreamed it would turn out this good. Boss life, dream bigger, never give up. See how good she does with those? I can click here and look at dream bigger. Here's her post. That's a hashtag. Hashtags are when you add a hashtag, you're adding in a topic that people can search. Okay. So dream bigger is one Pam did. I can see posts from friends that have dream bigger. Interesting. And maybe I can get what people are saying about dreaming bigger. So cool. Here's Jacqueline Miller, a quick clip of hot cup of coffee. Just a jolt I needed. I could actually go to her and see this post and I can comment and I might meet a new person, right? That's how great hashtags are. Now, I'm not going to forget this right now. I want to make sure you guys understand a couple of things. Right up here is called stories. By the way, you see how big my arrow is now because of last week? It's a huge arrow. Okay, you can see my arrow now. I'm going to show you stories real quick because I promised to do it the last 2 weeks and I haven't done it. This is, have you guys heard of Snapchat? Well, Snapchat was based off of this premise of doing stories. These stories last 24 hours and then they disappear. That's what Snapchat was all about. Well, now Facebook does it and Instagram does it. I'm going to show you an example because this is really big for next year. Stories. Stories are just this. When you hit the camera on your phone, stories are done on mobile. And when you hit the camera on your phone, you can just add to your story. Like, here I am getting ready in the morning. Now I'm going to the store. So here, I did one for you guys. Here's my story. You can watch this for 24 hours and it'll go away. So if you see stories up here, I'm going to click on it. Here's one I made for you guys.
Well, it's almost time for another show. So I'm getting right here. I'm doing a story because I'm going to show everyone how to do stories tonight. Everybody ready to think bigger? Screens are ready. Lights are on. We are ready to go. All kinds of effects. you can do with stories. So just experiment and have fun. And there's my assistant, Mr. Snoop, and Mr. Cooper. Hey, Coop. We can do all kinds of things with stories. A cat. So there are all kinds of things you can do with stories. Silly. And finally, if you're really hungry, you can even do stuff like pizza.
That's stories, okay? And then you go right into everybody's stories here. So here's like Stephanie has a story going. She put a story up here about free shipping. So just one story, and then it goes in the next person's story. So you just find stories, okay? That is what's cool about stories. Just go experiment and play with it. They're silly, they're fun. They're gonna gain in popularity. So have fun with that, okay? With stories. So there's hashtags, there's stories. Now remember, I'm gonna go, here's my personal profile. A couple of things I just want to tell you. Make sure you update your cover photo every now and then. I do Be Nice. I'll update mine right now. I can choose from my photos. I can actually, I'm going to do this one and make this my anti-bad vibe shields, which I don't know if you guys saw that. We're working on this for you guys, maybe to play with. And I can save that changes. And there is my new cover. So it's super easy. Just update your cover there. You can also update your profile picture. You can make it a video. You can add a frame to it, to your profile picture. So you can go in and add any kind of frame to your picture. So there's mine. I can do Halloween. I can do Susan Komen, breast cancer awareness, right? So you guys know how to do that. Live, love, laugh. So there's so many fun here. Look, I can do, hi, I'm the Avon lady. Although that one's really pixelated. I don't love that one. So this is just showing other friends that are using different frames. So you can create frames. There's the Steelers. I know you all, a bunch of you want me to do that one. Right, Natasha? Peace and love. So change it around. Have fun, okay? Change there. And you can upload a picture. You can edit a thumbnail. Editing a thumbnail is, I can do things like make it closer, smaller. So there's little things you can do to make things better. I've seen covers, for example, like watch. I've seen covers where somebody has their face cut off. I can reposition. See this button right here, reposition. And then I can just drag my mouse and go up and down and reposition the cover until it's perfect to however I want to do it, right? So there, I'm going to do it to that one like that right there. So you get to reposition it perfectly and then save your changes. Okay, super little fun tip there to make sure your covers looks right. The other thing to keep in mind is covers on mobile are really focused around the center. They're bigger and longer on desktop. All right, so now the other thing is I've got my intro, and in your intro right here, this is where you're going to want to edit. Wherever you see a pencil, you can edit. This is where you're going to want to say on your business page or your profile, wherever you want, this is where you're going to want to say, I say more than today, less than tomorrow, because that's something I live by. But this is also where you could say that you're an independent Avon representative, okay? The official statement. So you can say that, okay? And then you can save that. This is also where I have my business, and I attach it to my business page. I have the pages I manage. This is my about section. All right. So make sure you get all of that done. This is my activity log. These 3 buttons always tell me more things I can do. When I click those 3 buttons, I can view what my friends see. This is what your profile looks like to public. All right. This is what people that come and look at my profile, this is what they see it. This is what they look like. All right. Because you see things differently because you see all your editorial, you see all your other stuff. So I am going to now click out of that, the X, and now I'm going to go to my business page. This is my Scott Kramer page. So this is like your business. I have a video there that I'm playing, which is me at RepFest. I am at Social Chairman. I've had a bunch of you leave beautiful, beautiful reviews. I would love it if more of you did. So thank you for everybody who's left a review. I'd like to review on my page. But you can also see again where I can go right here and click the 3 buttons and see all the stuff I can do. I can go to my ad manager. I can like other pages as my page. That's going to be the last thing I'm going to leave you with. I can create milestones. I can view as a page visitor. This is what a page visitor looks at my page. This is what you guys, when you go to my page, this is what you see. You get to meet Scott Kramer. I made a note about me in the notes. Remember, I showed you how to do notes. Here's my other notes. That's kind of like my blog, if you will. I steal them from Kristen. She writes them for Multibrand, and then I steal them and put them on here and take credit. Don't do that. Kidding. Do not do that. Here's my reviews, and this is what people think. It's awesome. You get to see reviews. And then here are my posts. All right. So that's how you guys see it. These are the other pages I like. These are other pages I like. So now if I want to go and like another page as my page, this will be the last thing I show you. I'm going to switch back to my view, which is my editorial view. So this is where I can do things like that. I'm going to go to a page. Let's go. I'm going to go to Ferragamo. Let's see. I'll go to Ferragamo. It's the first thing that came to mind. So as I'm going to go to Salvatore Ferragamo. It's a brand I like. And I want to like their page. But right now it's going to like it as Scott Kramer. So I'm going to click these 3 buttons. And I'm going to say like as my page, as my business. I'm going to select my business. Jack Retro in this case is going to like Salvatore Ferragamo. Boom. I liked that as my page. So that's, remember, businesses can like other businesses. Can't do it in groups unless you're an admin, unless it's your group. And you can't do it with personal profiles, but you can go like other businesses. So now when I go here and go to my page, here's my business page. I can say pages liked by this page, and I can see all of them. See, I like Avon. So that's really cool, easy way. I'm just thinking of the last couple of questions you guys had. So that is, I'm going to go here, turn off my screen share, and there I am. Okay. So everybody else come on back in. Yeah, Snoop Dogg's cute, isn't he? Oh, look at that. Helix Monster up in the chair. Dan's still crying. Dan, there's a cat in your room and you're bawling.
I have mad cat allergies.
Oh my God, that's horrible.
Yeah.
All right. Any other questions that these guys have said, Kristen? Anybody that you've seen?
Nothing.
I see one though that I'm going to answer. Stories are personal. Yes. At this point, stories are just your personal profile, creating your story. But I will tell you, and it's funny, I have a makeup brush in my hand. I don't know why I have a makeup brush in my hand. Probably because I'm so much Avon now. But I will tell you, Facebook is coming out for stories for business pages very, very soon. So when they do, we'll bring it into the Social Selling Show. All right. How do you do a story on Facebook? I just showed you how to do it. You do it on your phone. It's real simple. I'm here, okay, on my phone, and I'm on Facebook. And you can see stories up along the top. And when I just click the camera up here in the very top corner of my iPhone to take a picture or do whatever, when I'm done doing it, like I'm live right now and I'm talking to all of you and I'm going to add this to my story. Let me look this way. And now I'll look this way and then I'll stop. When I've stopped, I can say add to my story. I add that to my story. Boom, done. So now if you go and look at, okay. And then when you go look at stories, well, the difference between stories and going live is stories can be moments. So throughout the day, if you notice, if you start watching people on Instagram, Instagram's where it's really popular, right, Kristen, Dan? I mean, you do stories. So on Instagram, it's really popular. It's just throughout the day, where a live is like, I'm live for the next 10 minutes. Stories are, here's a picture of me now. Now I'm over here. Now I'm going to a park. Now I'm going to a meeting. It's just kind of following. It's like a daily diary. The other thing with stories is they're gone in 24 hours. They disappear. So they're quick and they're stories. Okay. So that's the big thing for tonight with stories, how to recruit, which is just don't be obnoxious about recruiting. Walk the walk. Remember, just show how wonderful your life is because you have Avon in it and other people will come, right? That's pretty easy, right? Rebecca Lacey says, thanks. So many changes to make on my pages. You will always be able to see the replays. From here on off, the next one we have, the social selling show, will be, when is the next one, Rodney? November 8th? Kristen?
Yeah.
Yeah. Will be November 8th. So we're going to take next week off, the next couple of weeks off. But we'll do a Facebook Live in the group and we'll do Ask a Brain. We'll do those sessions. So we will do a lot of stuff for you guys. Will LinkedIn be covered? Sure, we can cover. Hey, you know what? You got us for the next year, if not more. So you tell us what you want and we'll give it to you. How about that for an answer? So if you want to know more about LinkedIn, we'll tell you more about LinkedIn. That's fine. All right. I like to focus mostly on Facebook and Instagram and WhatsApp and the Facebook products and things like that. But yes, we'll focus on whatever you want. Okay. Any final things? Dan, you look like you're just a mess over there, you poor thing. Do you want to get?
No, that's it. I rarely catch it.
I'm allergic to cats.
Me too. My eyes always water too, but only if I touch them.
Yeah. Kristen, you look so pretty tonight. I just saw. Kristen's got so much style. Dan used Flonase. All right. You guys are wonderful. Thank you for everything that you've done for us. This is as fulfilling and amazing for us as it is from the compliments you've been giving for what you're learning. There's nothing that pleases me more than to see you guys have success. So let's keep rocking. We're here for the long haul. Thank you for everything. Rodney, thanks for all your help tonight. Dan, thank you. And get away from the cat. Kristen, you're beautiful as ever. Thank you. And to all of you out there, thank you so much. We will see you very soon and we'll see you in the group. Have a great night. See y'all.